that sound?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. That
Twinkle,
reminds
yeah.
me of Super Mario Galaxy,
Come
and I'm
on.
like obsessed with it. And if you know, you know. Hey, I'm Madison Beer.
And I'm Tim, AKA One Love.
And this is Behind the Song, Bittersweet.
Now that it's over, you blame it all on me. I know I should be bitter, but baby, right now I'm bittersweet.
So we've been working together since 2016, which is insane. I feel like so much of my artistic evolution has come from our relationship because I feel like we have very similar taste, Tim and I, and just regarding like movies, TV shows, life, everything. And I feel like we've just been able to go down a journey with all of that, and music has just become a part of it and has gone on the journey with us and has ended us up here. Honestly, I was in this place, I was going through something very emotional and real, and I was like, I need to write about this. It feels insane not to. And so I actually called Tim and I was like, are you in the studio today? Can I come by? And I don't know, it feels very hopeful to me. I think it's a cool song because it is a breakup song technically, but it is also about letting go of things and not really needing to control things that have happened. And I feel like it's more than just a breakup song to me. It feels like symbolic of my whole career. A lot of stuff that's happened in my life is just like, I can be bitter over things, but I'm choosing to be bittersweet, you know?
Yo, we're done.
I am totally a fraud and I have never seen The Summer I Turned Pretty, which I'm just gonna out myself now. This is my confessional. No, I've told people this, but honestly, I'm glad I didn't see it before working with him because I'm the kind of person that if I'm a fan of yours, I like can't even look you in the eye. So I feel like I wouldn't have been able to work with him as casually as we did. We just like became friends very instantly. And so I think that it helped my case that I hadn't seen it, but now I'm gonna see it. I've been busy, man. I'm sorry, and I haven't had time, and so I'm gonna see it now that I casted him. But I'm Team Steven, of course.
The first thing that we put down that day was this synth arpeggio, which was played on the Prophet, and we were just,
Immediately, I was like,
no, she immediately was like, I love that. Like,
whatever that is, stick with it. Because we've been working together for so long, is we have a
Yeah.
language that I think is something that I find to be very valuable. And I can say to Tim, like, oh, make that weirder, which isn't a technical thing to say. And he knows exactly what I mean. Or I'm like, make it
Right.
spookier, or make it brighter. Like, I use terms that aren't really technically musical, but he just gets it. So I'm usually sound, then chords, then lyrics, and then he goes in on production once that's all laid down. But yeah, I would say that's usually my order of operations.
the ARP initially sounded like this, but we wanted it to have like a tighter, kind of punchier rhythm, so we put the tremolo on it, which made it like this. Gives it that like fluttering effect. And then we layered that with a string, doing a similar thing, similar chords. And that's from the Mellotron, which is another iconic Madison Beer sound.
I
Like
use it a lot.
Yeah, literally every song, every album is like Mellotron all over it. Like most synths have a pitch wheel, and this has this like knob, so you can do cool like.
Which I
Yeah.
love all that
Right.
stuff. Anything that's distorted and kind of weird sounding, I just fall in love with. So that's why you'll hear a Mellotron on a lot of my music, is because it has all those abilities.
Yeah, we also, made that choppy, so it sounds like this. And then a little bass comes in on the pre. And that's the bulk of the verse, so I'll play it now with some of the vocals. The verse is just a lead vocal with some throws and.
Can't believe it ends this way. Thought you'd always stay. Now I gotta wonder what I changed.
I was definitely wanting it to be a ballad, like a ballad lyrically, but something that opened up. Like I didn't want it to just be a stripped back, sort of like my songs Selfish or Reckless. Those are really true ballads in my opinion. Whereas I knew that I wanted this one to be able to be ran around at a festival and you can actually dance to it and it can grow in this interesting place. There's a lot of songs that do that I really, really love. And I feel like this song just gives like spinning around, dancing in a snow globe potentially or something.
I would say like the main character of the chorus music is the bass, which is this.
Like, don't you want to just go like this and like let it build when you hear that, you know? Like that's what it calls for.
That's layered with a bunch of kind of atmospheric things that all add to this very swimmy thing, like these
It's so swimmy.
synths. We have some DX keyboards.
It also feels kind of 80s to me.
Yeah, this is a
especially
very classic like 80s sound.
which I love so much. So that sound.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. That
Twinkle,
reminds
yeah.
me of Super Mario Galaxy,
Come
and I'm
on.
like obsessed with it. And if you know, you know. It's like a very specific sound from Super Mario Galaxy.
Yeah.
It's not the actual sound.
No.
But
It's
it
just the
sounds
keyboard, yeah.
so much like it, and the way it scratches my brain.
Love this sound. Okay, so it happens here. And it's also, there's a guitar that's playing this like little melody. And so together they sound like this. Another just MVP of the song.
The Haas.
The Haas.
John, he has a theater background. He's an incredible songwriter, but he has like a theatrical ear, which I love theater. And I feel like these Haas specifically they make up the song in such a beautiful way that I would have never thought to do. Like, this is not something that I would have been like, oh, let's put that in there. So having him in the room was extremely helpful for many reasons. But this part specifically, I remember I was recording the backgrounds and he was like, can we just get a little ha, ha, ha? And I was like, yeah, sure. Wasn't sure how I felt about it. And we did a bunch of them. I think I can see 7 or 8 layers of them.
Yeah.
And after we were finished, I was like, John, you're a genius. So very grateful for this specific contribution.
Right now I'm bittersweet.
That flute also is from Mellotron, right?
Another classic Mellotron sound. Yeah. Flute.
Isn't that, okay, maybe I'm speaking out of turn. Isn't that from Strawberry Fields Forever?
This is the iconic flute sound from Strawberry Fields.
Paul
Paul McCartney. Yeah. Yeah, and then also this vibraphone thing, which is also the Mellotron. In context, the twinkle sounds like this. There's these guitars in the chorus that I think are cool and kind of like, actually they're not that cool. They're
No,
pretty
they are
basic.
cool.
Yeah, it's very like cigarettes after
I was just gonna
sex,
say, it's like nothing's gonna hurt you, baby.
Yeah, and so that's, again, adding to the swim. And then these lush chords come in here.
So good. There's my sound. There's my noise. My Super Mario Galaxy.
So the bridge is, lead and then a couple backgrounds, but just 2 tracks.
I lay awake thinking, how did I let you go? Getting away unscathed for so damn long.
I feel like the bridge lyrically felt very important to me because I think the whole song is really sweet and it's kind of like, I'm not upset about anything, but then I think there has to be a moment in there where you're like, no, you know what? You did me dirty, and that has to be something that you feel, and I really wanted to convey that emotion, not only in the song, but also in the music video. So if you see it, that's kind of the moment where you could see I kind of started a little bit angry and angsty, I guess, and then I sort of just look at these memories and I get sadder, which is also how the song kind of goes. It starts sort of just being like, I lay awake thinking how dirty you did me and all these messed up things, and then it ends with me being like, but at the end of the day, you'll know I tried my best with you, which is sad because it kind of returns back to that truth of like, I really did try and I wanted it to work and it just didn't, and you will know that. Play the loud little bangy bang.
So we have, this was... Then we have some timpani.
Feels evil, you know? And then it softens
A little
again at the end, though.
Evil Morty. And then we had...
It is Evil Morty!
Yeah, it is Evil Morty.
So Evil Mort.
My boy Nate Bird, he did some beautiful live strings on it, which sounds like this. And some live brass.
I'm very close with my fans, and their opinions definitely mean a lot to me, and especially Tor, I think, being able to see live feedback without even reading comments or tweets or TikTok, whatever, I can see it in person. I can see what people are reacting to. I can see the moments of the show that people leave and post the most of, and they love and they go the craziest. And that actually is really good feedback for me, because making this album, I was like, what can I do to make the whole show like that? So it definitely is something that I take into consideration. When I first started in this industry, I wasn't really writing a lot of my own music. I think probably my first 3 singles, I didn't write. They were pitch songs that someone else wrote. And then the only way that I could really make them feel my own was ad-libs. And so I fell in love with singing ad-libs on my songs. And then I kind of ditched it when I started writing my own music. I kind of just don't know why, like I didn't do as many ad-libs. And then touring, my fans are always like, girl, you do so much fun stuff on stage, do it in your songs. And so when we made this song, I was like, okay, I think we should do some ad-libs. And there's not that many. It's not like we did anything too insane, but I kind of fell in love with doing ad-libs again because of this song. So we have our stripped back little chorus, our last strip back.
This is my favorite one.